Hello and welcome to CS Knits. I am Chandra, your host. Today is April 27th, 2015. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon here in Washington. It's bright and sunny. I think it was 70 degrees the last time I looked. Let me look again. It says it's cloudy, but I think it's lying because it's sunny out. I don't see any clouds. I mean, there's clouds, but it's not like cloudy. It says 61 and mostly cloudy, which is kind of caca because there is a little bit of a wind, so I can see the 61, I suppose, but it's not cloudy out. So this is a show about my knitting and everything that I do knitting related, kind of, and then my life, I guess, is in there too. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. My husband is not here right now, just me and the dog. There's a chance, of course, that a customer might walk in and I might have to pause this. We'll see. I'll try and get through it fast. I don't have like a ton going on, so that helps. I finished my Funshine socks. I did the Afterthought heel, and they're not lined up right, so I'm just going to show you one at a time, I suppose. I don't have them lined up. I did the Afterthought heel. I did them on size 1s, which is apparently what I'm doing these days, the size 1s. This is, I want to say that the colorway is like My Sunshine or You Are My Sunshine or something with the word sunshine in it. From Stray Cat Yarn. She has an Etsy store, which is where I got them from. And the reason I got this one is because it's our wedding colors, which were yellow and orange, and then red. Bear with me, I am doing this on my webcam as opposed to the video camera, which I have been using. But I figured that at this point, I just didn't want to get my video camera. I won't lie, I didn't want to. So I've been doing like a toe. This toe I did different. I added more stitches. Usually I do 20 stitches, and this one I did 24, and look at how square it is. So, I won't be doing 24 again, because that's not how wide my feet actually is. My toe portion with this sock is a little bit loose and floppy, and I'm not a fan. So, I have worn these already. I have washed them already. I safety pin, I don't know if anybody's watched this before. I safety pin all my socks together, my pairs, all of them. Commercial, hand dyed, everything. My hand knit ones, I put a safety pin on each side. In my commercial ones, I just put a safety pin through here. That way the sock monster in the dryer or washer doesn't get them. And it works really well. I enjoy doing it. My husband doesn't even match his. He just throws all of his into his drawer and calls it good. And that drives me nuts. But that's what he does. So it's one less thing that I have to do or put together, which is great. So I just put all his in a pile and then I throw them in and he sorts through them in the morning to find pairs. Which, what a pain in the butt, I think. So that is what is out of my bag. I haven't done anything else. I have a hoe, I suppose. This is the Opal socks in Smile. One is completed. And this is, I did the Fish Lips Kiss Heel on this one. If you have not done the Fish Lips Kiss Heel, I suggest it. It's $1. I think it's $1 for the pattern. And it looks really intimidating when you get it because it's like 12 pages, but there's really only I think it's like 1 page and then half of another page of actual instructions on how to do the heel, and I super suggest it. Like there's my line for my heel, and there's the other side. They fit really nice. On this particular sock, I also did, it's some kind of rounded toe item, whatever. And so the toe is a little bit more rounded. I still have this funky thing going on, and I'm not sure exactly what I did to do that, but whatever. This is more rounded than any other toes I've gotten, so I'm okay with that. This is the first sock. I am almost to the heel of the second sock. I should be working on the heel at the end of today, and then I will finish out this probably tomorrow or the next day, depending on homework. I did try to accomplish a pattern, and I started doing the Hermione everyday pattern, and I like it. It's this portion here, but you can't see it in this yarn that well, and that kind of bummed me out, and I thought, what a waste. So then I just went to ribbing like normal and bound off. I didn't really want super tall long socks, but I wanted to try and do a pattern on the leg portion of my sock, but like I said, the pattern kind of got lost in the yarn. You can't even tell. I mean, you can, I guess, with the sun hitting it a little bit. But I'm not a fan of how it came out. So I did also, on my Funshine socks, I noticed that like my ankles are small enough that leaving the same amount of stitches on that I did for the foot doesn't work. It gets really sloppy and slidey. And so I decreased to 28 stitches on this portion of my sock, on the ankle part, and then I still did Jenny Surprisingly Stretch Bind Off, but I did go down a few stitches so that it would be a little bit tighter. So I have that in the bag. Like I said, it's almost to the heel of this one. I still have a ton. Like I could easily make probably 2 more pairs out of this. Easily. I still have a ton left in that. And that is what is in the bag. What's going into the bag is going to be some of the Chroma Knit Picks. This one is in the Groovy colorway, and you can see it's got yellow. You can see a brighter yellow here. Oranges, reds, purples. I'm going to make tall socks out of this. I'm hoping for knee-high. We'll see how bored I get. I'm hoping for knee-high socks. There's 300, almost 400 yards, 396 yards of 70 wool, 30% nylon. So I'm going to bust this in. Hopefully tomorrow I can start on it. This yarn is a little bit thicker, I feel. Well, maybe not. It looks like it's kind of got some thick and thin spots. I help if I put it in front of the camera. It's got some thick and thin spots, so we'll see how that goes. But that's exciting. I've never worked with the Chroma. I ordered quite a few of them because they were on sale during one of Knit Pick sales, and so I did get some. I got a lot actually, and they're really pretty colors. And I had seen them. I've seen them, I guess, in like a finger, a mitt, and then a mitten, and then I have seen them on socks and some people's stuff. So we'll be giving those a shot. The other thing that is in a bag ready to go, and I gotta talk about bag because that's exciting, is my Hitofude yarn, which was the Hawthorne figurine from Knit Picks that I talked about last time. I am going to go ahead and probably cast this on right alongside those socks so that I have something to work on. I printed out the pattern. It's ready to go. I went through and highlighted what I need to know for it because there's different sizes and things like that. So I went through and you can see my highlighter marks on the size that I need. And so I know how many stitches for each section to focus on as opposed to trying to be like, okay, it was the 4th one, so then the 4th one. I already got that prepped and ready to go. So that is in the bag, which leads me to Knitting New. I found some, I wanted a sweater size bag for the Hitofude because I'm like, I don't just want to set it all down and not have it, you know. So I went on to Etsy and I just typed in, I think I typed in large knitting bags, and I didn't want to spend $50-60 bucks. I spent $17 on this, It is from, just a sec. Okay, so sorry about that. I found these ones. She's out of Washington, which is where I live, and these were $17, and they are from Little Happy Knits. Currently, I have 6 skeins of yarn, and it is to about there. It's right here that it's full. So it's fairly big. It is drawstring, which is nice. So I got this one, and then another one. It's a little bit smaller. It's not the large size that I got, and I have my socks in. Is this one here, and it was $17 as well. Drawstring. It's not quite as big, like I said, but it also came with a little smaller Notions bag that you could use. I actually decided to put baby's pacifiers in this one because I wanted a little cute bag to put them into. So I just have baby's pacifiers in this one, and it's drawstring clothes as well, and it's in his bag waiting to go to the hospital. Well, it was until I took it out to show you. So that's something to kind of look into. I've always been trying to get one of the Amy Beth bags, but every time I remember that they're there, they're always sold out, so I miss out on them every time. So that's that. I wanted to talk about hospital knitting and if anybody has tried to do it and if it's feasible, especially I'm not just going there for like a procedure, well, I mean, I guess it is, but for when baby is born. I'm 37 weeks today, so I have 3 weeks left until my due date. So I was wondering if anybody's taken knitting for when they're in there for a birth, and whether it was really constructive to take it or if you just didn't have time. I foresee downtime as far as after baby's born to when you get discharged. I don't know about like labor. I don't know. I've never, this first baby. So what I was thinking is something that's like this where if I need to, I can focus on something different during labor potentially. Maybe it won't work out. I don't know. But I figure if I have it, I guess it's not going to hurt anything to be like, I need to knit, you know. So I wanted to know if anybody's done that and how they feel about it. Is it something that you're like, yes, do it for sure, take it with you. I really enjoyed it, whatever. That's my topic question. General life, as I said, I'm 37 weeks today, so we're going in now weekly for appointments. My last week's appointment, I got the Group B strep test and was checked for dilation, which I have 0 happening for me. Woohoo, I'm so lucky. I have 0 happening for me, which I'm okay with. I mean, he can cook as long as he needs to. I'm not really big on the idea of induction, so I'm hoping that he will make his appearance on his own. However, the doctor did talk to me kind of a little bit about, like, I'm due on the 18th. If we don't start seeing him or anything happening, like the 25th, 27th, somewhere in there, which is 10 days after I was due, then we'll talk about induction. So I foresee myself probably going into labor after the 18th, but I'm hoping that he does decide to come on his own because I don't really want to be induced. I'm not real big on that idea. Unless it's medically necessary, which so far I have nothing medically that would deem me as that, but you know. What else is happening in general life? We have everything ready for baby. Car seat is officially in the car. I don't really think that there's anything else going on in general life. I've been catching up on homework. I do all of my schooling online. I do one class at a time. I don't know if I've talked about this before or not. I'm in a program through Grand Canyon University, and like I said, I do one class at a time, and weekly they have like 2 discussion posts. You post on Wednesday, you post on Friday, and then you have an assignment due on Sunday. Well, I decided that I just started this new class last Monday, and before I started it, like the day before, you can go on and start like setting your schedule and things up. So I'll show you. I have a planner, and I keep, you can see on Wednesday it says Module 3 DQ1. This is for May 6th. So I have a discussion post due that day, and then flip it over Friday, I have a discussion post, and then my assignment. So what I did was, the day the class started, maybe I started the day before. Either the day before or the day class started, I started doing my discussion posts, and my classes are 8 weeks long. So there was 16 discussion posts total. So I did all of those. I got them all typed up. You can't submit them or post them until that week that they're due. But I have them all done and ready to go, which is a stress relief. I'm on week 2 of the class. I have finished week 2's assignment, which is not due until Sunday, so 6 days. I'm right now in the middle of writing my paper for week 3. And so I'm almost a week ahead with that, and then I just want to keep going and try and get as much done as I possibly can, because without knowing when he'll show up, it's one of those things where if I have to sit in hospital and do homework, I'm not going to be that thrilled, especially if I go into labor on a Sunday night and my assignment is due that night, then I'm really going to stress. So I'm trying to stay at least a week to 2 weeks ahead of it. My plan is to finish this assignment today, which is not due until the 6th of May, 10th of May. And then start on the next one, which is tomorrow, which is due on the 17th of May. And then just kind of keep going like that, because hopefully in a few weeks he'll be here. And the more I have done, the less I have to panic about. That's basically the gist of it. So with that being said, I also don't know how recording scheduling is going to go anymore. Not that I really had a schedule. I kind of just do it when I think of it and try and hope that it's like a week or close to a week since the last one. But since I don't really know, everything is so up in the air that, I mean, you might see one, you might not see one for a month. I don't know. I don't really know what's going to happen. I'm kind of just hanging out and winging everything by ear at this point, because who knows what's going to happen. My husband finally did get a truck. He doesn't have it yet. A friend of his family is selling their truck, and he just decided, well, his father kind of helped him with that decision. But, he has a truck now, but it's a really old truck. And it never works for me when I need it to work, so that's frustrating. And like now, so my husband went to Spokane, which is 30 miles from here, which isn't that big of a deal. But like, for instance, right now, he doesn't take his truck. He takes the Santa Fe, which is basically my vehicle, or what I drive on a consistent basis, because his truck never starts for me. So if something was to happen at this moment, I would be out fiddling with a truck that doesn't ever start. So for him and for me, having a truck that is, we need a truck or something with room to haul things for the motel. And so having one that's reliable enough to where I'm comfortable being like, oh yeah, take the Santa Fe, whatever. If you need to, I can just take your truck, So he has that coming. I think they'll be here in a week or so, or 2 weeks, and we'll get it then as well. They're coming to visit my in-laws when my in-laws come up here, which they don't really know, I don't think, either, when they're for sure coming, but they'll be up here too. So, okay. What else in general life? I think that's it. Our Poochkin is doing well. He's in the other room napping. He very rarely naps. And, so when he does, I'm like, shh, don't say his name, don't say DOG, don't say any, there's keywords that you cannot say, because he'll be like, me? And pop open and want to play. So, yeah. With that being said, I am going to go ahead and say goodbye. I'm going to get on my homework while he's still napping, and get on to my knitting, because I can knit and do my homework at the same time. Kind of half-assed. It's a little bit difficult. So, enjoy the rest of your week, since today is a bright and early Monday, and keep your needles clicking. I'll see you next time. Bye.